people had issues with her faith, her acting, and then her being married to DevonFranklin, which, as far as his ministry, which I don't see how the two are connected. However, they've had to kind of fight those battles, which they did have each other's back, and he had her back during that time as well. So now no one really knows what the issue is. And this is Lala Madness News, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. You guys know where to reach me at all social media platforms at Lala News 3. And this actually is going to be an episode of Quick Spits. And in this episode, I'll actually be talking about MeaganGood's divorce filing, and also JamesFranco as well. So let's get right into it. And basically, DevonFranklin and MeaganGood have been married now for about 9 years. And as of recently, like today or the last couple days, which I know they released their statement today, I'll give you guys a little tidbit on that. But DevonFranklin actually filed for divorce himself after the 9 years. So they actually haven't been seen together for a couple months. And they actually have been separated according to the divorce filing since August 21st, 2021. Or a couple months ago, rather. So the documents state irreconcilable differences. So he did actually, though I guess they're not going to do it messy. They probably still have love for each other, whatever that was. We don't know because, of course, PR makes sure that they keep that under wraps. Probably, but yeah. He did give her a recent shout out for her new show Harlem that's on Amazon Prime. I did actually check it out. It's a really good show, by the way. So he did give her a shout out for that, and talk about her accolades and how proud of her he is. So that was good. But as far as the joint statement goes, they both stated together, which they posted both on their social medias, the same message pretty much. So the joint statement reads, and quote, "After much prayer and consideration, we've decided to go into our futures separately, but forever connected. We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that's eternal, and there's no one at fault. So we believe that this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love." So we are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we spent together as husband and wife. We're also extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside both, and for blessing us, blessing our lives with each other, end quote. So that, as you can see, is what pretty much was their opening, was their joint statement in regards to their divorce filing after 9 years. I know during their marriage, as well as a little bit before, people had issues with her faith, her acting, and then her being married to DevonFranklin, which, as far as his ministry, which I don't see how the two are connected. However, they've had to kind of fight those battles, which they did have each other's back, and he had her back during that time as well. So now no one really knows what the issue is, if, anyone will even speak on it later, or if this is going to be kind of a clean breakup and go away, and then PR handles their thing, but we know how that goes. So everything will probably be structured, from here on out, on their statements, their appearances, and things of that nature. I know they released a book together and had like a campaign going on about love and Christianity and all that good stuff a while back. So and that's that on that. Let me know what you guys think about that. Like, share, subscribe as well. Drop some comments if you guys have any comments to give on that as well. And then I'll go into SethRogan and JamesFranco, who we know they're very good friends. They've done lots of movies together over the years. Some I actually still watch, by the way. But JamesFranco actually was accused of sexual misconduct a couple years back. And SethRogan, who, like I said, is a very good friend of about 20 years or so. And also great business partners in the movies as far as that goes. But since the allegations, SethRogan actually cut off JamesFranco and ended their business relationship. And he mentioned that in an interview that he had done at the beginning of the year, where he said he's no longer going to be doing any movies or further business with JamesFranco after the allegations had come out. I guess he didn't care whether they were going to be true or not. It just was probably going to be bad for business, and he ended that business relationship. So now he went, like I said, did that interview. However, James Franco hadn't spoken out as of that moment or up until now, which is Wednesday of this week, which he actually went on the Just Kagel podcast on SiriusXM. And then he actually spoke about, Seth Rogan saying that he was going to be ending their friendship, which he had never spoken out before, like I said. So, he actually, the only statement that he made pretty much during the podcast regarding that, besides he went into like a bunch of things about his life, his career, and also, of course, the allegations and then his friendship with Seth Rogan. But he did say that he has love for Seth Rogan still, regardless of whether he chooses to work with him or not, and that he has been actually working on himself for the last couple years. So, that's that on the Seth Rogan, James Franco situation. I hate that, the friendship of 20 years had to end, but as far as business goes, it's a good business move to make sure that Seth Rogan's career and anything else he's getting ready to do is not cut off, severed, or cut short by the wrong people who have an issue with whatever James Franco is going through. However, things happen, and as far as friendships being cut off, not sexual misconduct allegations, just so y'all understand where I'm coming from on that. So we just have to kind of wait and see. They both were really good friends for a long time, so I hate that it ended like this, but you got to do what you got to do. So there you have it. MeaganGood's husband, DevonFranklin, files for divorce. And then you have James Franco and Seth Rogan's friendship ending. And finally, James Franco speaking out about it. So, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at LalaNews3. And I'm out.